game to pick for the draft. You know, with the coach, I think the coach has done a really good job. The Marcel, always getting banned. I feel bad for the guy. I haven't really seen this guy in action. I really want to see that.
He's gonna live there. He's gonna live there for the next 2 months, I'd say. He got a buff too with that platinum snap. You're now, when you get that shield, you're able to move around if you're his ally hero. So yeah, that he is gonna live there for a while, and he's gonna be taking pictures of the draft that he's gonna see. The Yves banned out. Influence Rage again going for the blue side. Like I said, I think this time prioritize the Harley, but if you're Stamina, you're probably looking to ban it out, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it worth the ban?
Global ban, man. Oh, yeah, come on.
Is it worth the ban?
Now, don't change your thoughts now. Don't change your thoughts now.
You know, I just said, is it worth the ban? That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know. 100%. I might not. If I'm Influence Rage, they picked up the Harley. I don't know if I'd ban the I don't know if I ban it. I don't know if I ban it. I mean, they ban a Fred run, which is kind of surprising. I guess they are on blue side, so they can target ban it a bit here. But they have to be careful because Stamina, they already banned the Freya. They could try to do the old, we're going to leave 2 heroes open here. You know, right now we still have the Jushin up.
Boxia.
We still have Basha. Both of those are still up and open and possible. I'm wondering if we're going to see, you know, the old 2-hero trade up here.
I'm thinking the same. I'm assuming it's got to be the 2-hero trade up, right? Because if you're Stamina, you really want that. But they know. But if they leave the Harley open as well, kind of Influence Rage know that they're not going to pick the Harley. So maybe pick up the Boxia, prevent the Harley from being picked up. But then again, Influence Rage is overthinking at that point. So I don't know. I think if I was Influence Rage, probably take out the Suyo to kind of throw a wrench in the plans. That's early. Layla? That's early.
Yeah. I mean, like, all the heroes that I know how to play are getting banned, so it's like, and I'm just wondering for game 2, you know, if Stamina really want to bring it, are they gonna pick a hero that Dez is really familiar with for jungle?
Yeah, I mean,
right?
we've been waiting for Dez to pick up like something Dez-ish for a while, something like a big assassin pick. The Basha though does get left open, but they decide to ban the Zushin, so no trade up for Stamina really here. Really, do we see that? Do we see the Harley come in? It did not get banned out. If Stamina doesn't first pick the Harley here, it was a fraud from the start.
Hey man, Stamina already picked Harley the previous game. We're talking global bans. Where are you at, Unk? Come on,
well,
you gotta
Harith.
Okay,
is what
yeah.
I'm talking about. We're talking about Harith.
Okay.
Talking about Harith.
I was gonna say Harley.
Harley, Harith. It's
okay.
close. And
About
there's no
say,
Harith pickup.
I didn't mean to call you out like that, but it's okay. You can get back to me on that one. But yeah, Khalid, Kimi being picked up. They get mid lane prio. So you know they're going to get a lot more faster rotation. So I think on the other side, carry plus Kalea maybe. Lock it down, but then again, you're lacking your mid lane rotations. You're not going to be as aggressive. Hilda plus Lilia. I think Hilda plus Lilia is so good for Influence Rage. Or Hilda plus Valentina.
They can't pick the Valentina for Influence because they're on global ban. Get your game together, Unk.
Oh, sheesh. There, he got one back on me. I like it. I like it.
On the other side, they do go for the Phobius, and they pick up the carry. So you do get one in there. You get the carry. You definitely... The question now is, do you pick up Purify on this carry? Do you go Flicker? Purify might be the safe pick, especially with a Khalid on the field and any more crowd control that Stamina wants to bring in. You mentioned, Layla, Dez picking something he's comfortable on. Could this be a game that we see like possible Assassin, possible Haya? Might not be bad against something like the you know, possible Lancelot, something a little crazy here going up against this tanky front line, something that can get to the backside.
Yeah, I would want to see that. I wonder what they're gonna pick for their mage as well, though. So, you know, and I don't play jungle, but I would not want to go up against these tanky guys who can definitely try to stop me from trying to get to the squishies.
like the glue.
Blue.
I like the glue. I like the glue pink picked up in the EXP lane. You kind of, I mean, gentleman's agreement between the Lika as well as Instinct. They're not really going to end up killing each other. Just going to hang about, clear the waves, get into these fights. So you know it's all about those neutral objectives. Right now, for Influence Rage, Maracuja looks super strong with the Retribution, with the Boxia. So you know he's going to be farming much faster. If I was Influence Rage, I would look to take out the Suyo, prevent that early power spike, prevent him from farming super fast. With a lot more picks in the side of stamina, maybe you could see a Yisun Shin as well get banned out, because you know Kimmy and Yisun Shin play really well together with that Khalid. But if you're stamina, what other mid lane options open? I think Lilia's got to go.
Yeah,
Faramis,
okay. Faramis ban from Stamina Esports. Honestly, not a bad ban. It's like, it's one of those picks that's not going to get picked up all the time, but if it got picked here, it could be very dangerous with this type of lineup. There goes the Hayabusa. This is what I was thinking we could see from Dez in this type of fight. So I think it's a decent call from Influence Rage there. Stamina Esports looking for a final ban.
I'm thinking, I still think Lilia is a solid ban here, because there's not a lot of mid lane options open. The Valentina's already picked up. They got the Jushin off the table. The Zetian's gone. The Faramis is gone. The Kimmy is gone. If they want to go, maybe take out the Kalea, but it's not gonna do any work for them in the roam position. They're really gonna give away. Or maybe if you're stamina, take out the Hilda even, because if you're looking to go the Yisun Shin, you want to take away the Hilda, right? So if they ban out the Hilda, it could give us a little bit of an indication. There you go. I think Yisun Shin is still a great choice for them on the table. Xborg being taken off. So a lot of true damage not available still. I think stamina, probably lock in Yisun Shin for the final pick.
Yeah, you just
and
jungle
Lilia
YSS.
here.
Jungle YSS is simple. Lilia's they can't pick up the Lilia for stamina, so they're kind of they need to look for something else. Yeah,
gray hair
getting
showing.
Fast, man. You're hanging out with us oldies too much, honestly.
I know.
It's a tough spot, I guess. I mean, again, we've seen the Farza be something that gets falled back to on this mode. The Kadita is another thing that gets falled back to. Some, no, they don't need a mid. They have Kimmy.
No.
Where are we right now?
I like the Nolan. I like the Nolan only for the fact that the entire time I was talking about the Suyo, right? He got a fast clear. He's got an early power spike. Nolan does the same. He has a later power spike level 4. But the farm speed of Nolan is really good, and they're looking to invade already, which adds to what the Khalid can do, what the Glue can do. So on the EXP side of the map, expect an early invade after Des takes his buff. So this could be crucial for the way Stamina Esports really play this early game. The first minute, I would say, that's where it's crucial. But Influence Rage, they need a mid. You're right. Kadita, Lunox is an option. Kalea that I spoke about, but they're giving away so much mid prio in the hands of Stamina Esports, and they're really expecting an invade at this point. So kind of like a countermeasure. Novaria. When was the last time you saw Novaria tracks?
M7, I think. Rosa probably picked up a Novaria, I'm pretty sure, on Team Aurora at some point. But it's been a while. And even then, I don't think it ever did that good. It's a pick that for me, teams will fall back to it, and I'm like, oh, it just doesn't hit for me. But we'll see exactly how it goes. Layla, any thoughts?
I mean, I've seen a lot of really, really great Novarias that has great aim. It might hit. It might hit. The right people in the back.
True. Claude makes it a strong lineup. You know the Claude's going to run the Purify. So is the Kimmy. I like both sides. I think Influence Rage have a decent lineup. What are you thinking, Layla? Last words?
Last words? Go Stamina! I'm really hoping. I mean, I'm a little worried about him using Nolan and then having the Kalia there to kind of stop him. And then I don't know what the win rate has been like for Nolan. Nolan hasn't been picked up as much, and I don't remember Nolan winning.
U2 has a clutch Nolan jungler. They've won one game with it. They lost one game with it. But they're the only team that has used this Nolan. We've been wondering if anyone else is going to do it, so I am excited to see Dez on it. You know, you mentioned the Layla. I mean, you mentioned the Novaria, Layla, and I like the more I look at it, the more I think about it, it's not a horrible pick against the Khalid, against this dive potential that Stamina Esports have. The problem with it is it's a little slow in the start, but if it can come online, those meteors could definitely start to hurt for sure.
Yes, and I think those astral meteors are going to be crucial when it comes to sniping somebody, at least poking someone down before carry or before Replic or Astro can get someone. And not just that, the ultimate kind of gives an extra hitbox for Astro to pick somebody up. So yes, I think in the grand scheme of things, Rage Origins look solid, but if you give the Nolan a little bit of leeway in the first minute or the first 1 minute 30 seconds, it's gonna be difficult for Origins to find a way to come back. And then Nox is just gonna get hunted down by Dez on this Nolan. So yeah, I think still 50-50 for me, Trex, but I'm leaning to the draft of Stamina Esports a little bit more because they can be more active with this Nolan on the map. What about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, they can be active in terms of, like, again, early game kill pressure, which is what we saw from them last time. It's what they like to do. But Rage Origins does have some quick movements on the map. You have this Basha, you have the range with the Novaria, you have Astro on the Kalea that can, like, help kind of stiff arm a bit here and there. So I think if Rage Origins can find their spike and not fall behind in the off lanes like what we saw last time, there's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, you're right. I think a lot of opportunity is what they need at this point for Rage Origins to try and make some sort of a comeback possible. But folks, we soon will be heading into the game. You can hardly hear the sounds, but I think we're probably gonna get a little bit of a tease before we go in. Layla, in these last few moments, you said you're supporting Stamina Esports, right? You're supporting the streamer Dez, but what do you think Rage Origins could do to make themselves come out with the win?
I mean, if they're able to protect their back lines, I mean, they have, you know, the great front line. As long as their back lines are protected, we doing good.
We're doing good. We're doing good.
We're doing good.
Yo, Kronos is phasing through reality right now. It's like super speed.
We just need the little momentum going in the back.
There you go. Yo.
He's flying at peak distances
going through
right now.
I'm moving through time. I'm moving through time, folks.
I didn't know he looked like that, Kronos.
It's all right, man. I got some makeup on. I got some makeup on.
Anyways. Hold on.
We skip that.
Back to the focus.
Focus.
Influence Rage. I like the lineup. We're gonna be jumping back into the lane, into the game, Kronos.
Yep, we're going to go in, folks. We see the graphic. We're talking about how we're gonna get to that point, how far we're gonna go through with the Influence Rage Origins and Stamina Esports. We're talking game number 2 right now with this best of 3. Influence Rage looking to make it and take it to a game number 3. Stamina Esports want to close this out as fast as possible.
And that's exactly, I mean, Stamina Esports, that's the goal here. You have this Nolan, you want to get aggressive, you want to try to get those stacks on quickly, and it's what they did with Harley last game. I think essentially the strategy is the same here. Get a nice early game, translate it into Diamond Looting, and look at the pressure already down on the bottom side. I'm expecting a possible early gold lane gank here, just like what we saw last time. Make sure Diamond has a great game so you can secure the mid to late game.
This is what I was talking about, Trex. On a Nolan, you want to get that Lava Golem, you want to get that Beetle, you want to kind of shoot Maracucho in the knees so that he can't really roll around that fast. And that's what Dez has done. He's not even got to his top half of the jungle. And you can see already Instinct and Yomel protecting that top half. Never mind, Maracucho just walks in, is going to take it away.
Got to give Maracucho the flat tire, right? And then comes
that's what they
a lot
need
of
to
damage
do.
from Dez.
Yeah, they get a knock up as well, but the Fracture along with Instinct able to get 1, and they make that 2. Stamina Esports already 2 on the board. Get the advantage.
That's 2 flat tires for the side of Rage Origins, and Stamina Esports taking a good lead already. This time, they didn't have to attack the off lanes. They're coming straight from the mid. It's not even first turtle, and it's a 1,000 gold lead on the side of Stamina Esports. They get this turtle. It's looking grim for the side of Rage Origins. What do they do here? I think they definitely give it up. They don't try to force it.
Ooh.
Almost a
They
steal.
tried to snipe.
Almost.
Tried to steal. Yeah. No way they walk into this purple and give this away as well, right? No, not a chance. And I think they are, but there's a nice knock-up, 3 members. But at the same time, nice dark wave coming in from Dalika Eto as well. They go in, catching another. But this is the problem. Instant getting on top of him is going to make it difficult. They walk away without giving away the purple, forcing out a flicker too. This is where the Novaria could start coming in clutch, getting those snipes early on. Dalika Eto pulls one back. Bless is going to be the one that's down.
You know, during the draft, you mentioned the possibility of the Khalid going into EXP lane, and I forgot I wanted to comment on it. Honestly, the glue does a good job against the Phoveus, and you can still get some nice rotations. The Khalid is still going to apply great pressure, and by them putting him into the roam position, he's able to move fast with Dez and look for pick pressure. Now, the glue overall is just a monster pickup, and it's going to do even better against this Basha. We saw it already. Basha tries to roll in, you get stopped right in your tracks by that stun, and that's where the glue meta, I think, has just done so well, and it's why we've seen the Basha lose sometimes. You pick up something like the glue and you just stop this heavy utility jungler from doing what it wants to. We're back with Layla though. How's it
Hello,
going?
welcome back, welcome back. Oh, every time, you know, we get started and we're like, let's go, and then, okay, well, I am definitely looking forward to I know, you know what, I'm cheering on Stamina, but I really want to see, you know, Rage Origins to do something and kind of give us that, you know, fair fight that we really want to see, right? We want to see them bring their show their abilities and really bring a really good series here.
You're right. You're right. I think that Khalid being in the roam position, I didn't say it was going to go to the EXP, but you're right. I mean, that Khalid is able to rotate much faster with the Nolan, and talking about the glue that you said, he's going to be really annoying getting on top of the box here. You're not allowing them to really play the game from the get-go, and the Nolan having that early advantage, right? I said it, like in the first minute, if you allow the Nolan to invade and take away that lava golem that they really want to do all the time, this is a Nolan rotation. You see them start with the purple and then get to the lava golem, steal that away, go to the beetle, take that away as well, and now all of a sudden the opposite jungler takes his orange and there's nothing to pick up apart from that. Then they get the crab, so you don't even get the crab. You try to get their lizard, but it's already protected. So it reached that point, and then in the turtle, no, Dez is level 5, Maracucho's level 3, just get to for level 4. It's a slaughter. It's a complete slaughter, and it's going to continue to do so if they don't find a way to stop this Nolan from that snowball. But the problem is not even the Nolan, right? The problem is the tools he has around him. This Khalid, this Kimmy, as well as that glue that you mentioned about Trex. And it's going to be very difficult for Origins to find a way to make a comeback. And they need for Stamina Esports to get more aggressive and make a mistake.
So I mean, yeah, that is the plan for Rage Origins. They've been able to do it in the past. They've been able to drag out games. But Stamina Esports also, from day one to now, has just gotten better every single day. From draft to gameplay to the way they execute what they need to execute. They're a well-oiled machine today. And I don't think Rage Origins came into this game thinking that was going to be the case.
Hey, remember what Des told us? Like, the further we get into the tournament, the more we're looking to get better, because Bless was a new acquisition that they got a couple of days ago before MCT started. So maybe this is what we're looking at.
And Bless, honestly, you bring that up, Bless has played better and better and feels more like he's part of the team. Does get caught up here, though.
Raging Sandstorm. I thought it was going to be Caster's Curse, but Astro going in. He gets taken down by Dez. I thought the fracture was enough, but able to survive a little longer, but only delaying the inevitable.
1.8k gold lead now. We're 4 minutes in. Second turtle about to come up, and with a man down, Ass coming in. Stamina Esports once again, easy blitz, right? Shouldn't be much they can do unless Nox gets something crazy. Doesn't. And yeah.
Maracucho, man, he goes to the pit stop. He's not able to make it out of there. It's just too fast right now. The game is moving a little too fast for Origins. But then again, they're able to get the poke down to Stamina Esports in these fights. And if Nox is able to hit a couple of those echoes with those meteors, gets those nice snipes, yeah, we're probably going to see a lot of oohs and ahs from our end.
We will see exactly how it goes. Hopefully Nox gets to that point. Stamina Esports, another possible pickoff here, though.
Yes, you're in the wrong place, the wrong time. Traction Pulse at least pulls one back. They get one in return, but Dez looking to take away another jungle creep. Grab right on top of Maracucho, but still able to make it out alive. Doesn't get pulled back in. Astro with a knock-up, trying to go for another one. Diamond to the back line, though. Here's the Blazing Duel. Looking to take down Replic with the help of the Fracture. Diamond barely survives. Maracucho goes in, gets a drive-by, now wants to make it out. And I think the snipe from Nox just taking him down low. Stamina Esports in the mid lane as well, looking for a trade.
Yeah, I mean, in the mid lane as well, looking for a trade, but also look at Rage Origins up top side. Dalika, I almost kind of wanted him to just stay up there and take that tower. It is a gold laner for gold laner. Take a look at the items, though. Once again, Dez has a huge lead over Maracucho. 1,000 gold right now in the tank. And as far as that goes, it's kind of similar to what we saw last time. Dez just completely controlling the jungle and carrying Stamina Esports in this early game.
Oh.
And this time, he might even carry them through the mid to late if it keeps on rolling this way.
Yeah, I think this might just be the formula that they're looking for. Get that early snowball with the Nolan. I love an early snowball with the Nolan, especially if it's played perfectly, Trex. It just feels like Rage Origins are always late to the party. They're always late in terms of rotation. They cannot grab any neutral objective. That's the game we want to see from Stamina Esports. We've seen that to what, about 80% now? And I think with this third turtle, we want to see that come through again. But Origins getting control of the pit this time.
I mean, they've had control of the pit, I feel like, every time, and it just keeps on getting worse. But wait, a nice echo.
Yeah, but you can see the knockout coming from Astro as well. They could try and get that meteor down. Yomel take it down super low. The Leak on top of him. Here they get the Tsunami Slam. Get the Flicker out of harm's way as well. Yomel's the first one to go down. Blazing Duel to the back line. The Leak taken down super low, but the Retribution coming in clutch from neither as Diamond gets the Eto. And I think, was it Nox that got the turtle, or was that a Replic?
Replic was able to steal turtle, able to get it, and down goes another one. Rage Origins finding rhythm right now. Amidst the chaos, even with a 1,000 gold deficit, even more when this fight started. They're now looking for a purple buff. Dez unable to get it. Grand Theft Purple comes in, and Rage Origins has just taken control of the game, possibly.
And that's the mistake that I was talking about, right? Stamina Esports made that mistake. They could have gone from the orange. Dez could have gone from the orange to the turtle and then to the purple. But they prioritized the purple over the turtle. So that kind of really set the pace. So Maracucho said, I'm not going to take my orange. I'm going to go straight for the turtle. And that's what happened. They got control of the pit. And the next thing you know, Stamina Esports behind the 8-ball, not able to make it back up. And Astro just getting those good knockups to the title strike. And Bless is not able to sustain the damage any longer. Oh, this is what I was talking about. He's not able to sustain any longer. All right. Oh, Blazing Duet comes
to the backside.
Yeah, and he goes in as well. You can see the damage being dished out. Replic gets taken down. Diamond gets that kill. Yomel now trying to kite. Instinct left in no man's land. And Yomel goes down at the same time. So 1 for 3? No, 1 for 2.
1 for 2. But Diamond gets a kill and takes out Replic. Not a horrible trade. And up on the top side, too, pressure just continues. Stamina Esports, something we haven't seen from them much in the past few days. Macro is coming into play in these past 2 games. Stamina Esports is a different beast today. Even if they're losing in team fights, they're winning on the map. We saw Dez move up to the top side. And what did we see last game? That kept Stamina Esports alive even when they were behind a bit. It was the bottom lane last game, but still, they always had control in the push. I do want to point out one thing. Yomel looks like he's going for a Sky Piercer here as his second item. I'm wondering if it's the right choice. Stamina Esports, if they can get this big backswing at 8 or 9 minutes, 9 to 10 minutes, it could definitely pay off.
Where they're looking to get there, right? We're at the half-May mark right now, if you ask about game times. 9 minutes is a good spot. They need to get this big Lord. It's going to be the one that kind of fuels the push to their final third. Dez is looking to snipe from behind. They get the traction pulse as well. Now goes in Fracture with the Retribution. At the same time, gets Maracucho. Replic goes down. That's a double in the hands of Yomel. You were talking about Sky Piercer. There's a Maniac right there coming in the hands of Yomel. That's 4 stacks right off the bat, just less than a minute before he purchased it.
I know, he did purchase it. Did it come through? I'm wondering that. I know before it was just the 2 gloves. Hope to God he purchased it. Pretty sure it is in. Dez, why did no one check that bush? Why did no one on Rage Origins check that bush? They're rushing down the Lord. These are the small moments that decide games. Stamina Esports, I mean, they made that steal was too easy. It was too easy.
Yeah, it was definitely too easy. He went in, he got the fracture, a lot of damage at the same point. And usually, boxes don't lose out the Lord, so it's not looking for Rage Origins. And I think the problem is Stamina Esports hit them where it hurts, in the confidence from game number 1. So game number 2 looking smooth, easy breezy for them, 5K goal lead. But we've seen them slip up from here as well.
All right, so now the big push comes in. Stamina Esports looking to close this down in 11 minutes.
Wait, he flickered forward, not working out in their favor. I don't know what Bless was thinking right there.
Yeah, misplay. He pulled a game 1 Maracucho dive into Requiem, pretty much. So Bless now gets the mistake. We've been hyping Bless up this game too. He was due for a big mistake like that. Stamina Esports was looking to close, now they're forced back. Caster's Curse is real. Remember that, guys. We shouldn't even use players' names, honestly, when we cast. We should just go back to heroes' names. Maybe there would be less deaths in the Land of Dawn. As we move forward, though, it's a 5K gold lead. Does Rage Origin have a comeback story here? We finally get the Holy Trinity in for Replic. Replic is starting to output a decent amount of damage. And Delika, Eto is getting tankier. And I think as long as they can have a good front line, Replic can output.
Nice Echo, gets all 5 members. But they're not able to capitalize. No one goes in. I think more than Bless looking that I like the pickup of the Chastis Pauldron at this moment, so you prevent Replic from getting that free attack speed that he has been so far. Instinct has been playing well. Dez hasn't gotten taken down a single time. And that Echo should be enough for Astro to pick somebody off, right? That's been the difference. Bless is more aggressive. Astro's been more calculated with his pickoff so far.
Yeah, and you can see that even with their 0-5 and 7, 0-3 and 7, like the way that they've been playing, who's taken more deaths. Bless, I'm not saying it's not paying off though, right? Even though you've died more, the value has still come out for Stamina Esports. Overall, I think where Stamina Esports has really been winning is a perfect example in that last Lord fight, their positioning. We talked about their macro, but even their micro positioning in these fights. And Rage Origins surprisingly hasn't kept up, because this is something that really stuck out for me from them as a team the past few days. Even when they were losing, they had great map control. They had great presence. And right now they're just kind of crumbling under the pressure that Stamina Esports is giving them.
I told you, man, they hit them where it hurts, right in the confidence. But here, Instinct gets caught out. Here comes Astro. Look if we get the Tsunami Slam. Here, it's just a nice 3-man Raging Sandstorm, but at the same time, Echo comes in as well. A lot of damage being dished out. Echo picks up the kill on Bless. He flickered forward for a Dark Wave, catches nobody. Dez goes into the back line. Look at it, snipe someone off with that fracture. Nobody home so far. They look at him. They catch him with a Dark Wave. He does have a lot of energy to make it out alive. Fracture to escape. The lore dance is still going on. I think Replic should be the one to take the charge. Meteor to snipe Diamond from behind. This has to be Rage Origins lore.
A good amount of damage from that Meteor as well, about 40%. Here comes the Echo.
Echo. And he's going to look at the Retribution. And Yomel don't want to get it once again, but Instinct gets taken down. Another snipe from Dez, catching Eto. That is enough time for Rage Origins. They trade 1 for 1. Yomel almost getting caught out, just able to make it out alive.
I heard the retry on that. I could hear it in the shing, and Maracucho just clicked it way too early there. You see the chunk go down from the Lord. There's a little bit left, and Yomel's just sitting there chipping away, gets it, the steal. This could be game time. Another big mistake by Maracucho. Don't know what he ate this morning, if he ate this morning, but we're seeing the pressure land, because this is not the Maracucho we normally know. We were hyping this guy up, and right now, it's just small things. And this is what we were worried about this game was going to come to. Who makes more mistakes?
Tsunami Slam. Looks like Bless is the first one to make it. He get out. Extraction pulse as well. Diamond taken on low. This is where you start seeing Novarius coming online, right? The ranges start hitting. The range is starting to show. And Stamina Esports need to start respecting that. If they get poked out a little too much, that Echo could be a lot of disaster. Astro going in, flickered out after that fracture coming in. They're able to defend this one. Maracucho looking for a drive-by, goes in, trying to get a stun onto Yomel, but he's able to kite. He is a Kimmy after all. Goes in a little too deep. Instinct comes in as well. That Astral Meteor doing a lot of damage, Trex.
That is a lot of damage, but once again, Bless, there's a mistake from Bless. You know, it's like each time one team's doing well, somebody whiffs it. And this is the second Lord push now that Bless has gone too deep by himself and gotten caught off. And he's supposed to be the engager. He should be the one zoning them back away from these towers to open up space for Stamina Esports to take these inhibitors. And with all 3 inhibitors standing, we're sitting at a 5K gold deficit. I would say the possibilities are still there for Rage to fight for this next Lord.
Definitely. Oh no, wait, they go in with a 4-man.
God.
They kidnap Bless. Bless is the first one to fall. They go to the blazing duet. Diamond has to get out with the BMI. That was a lot of damage coming in. They could not hang with Replic. Astro has to make it out alive as well. Replic trying to go in, but in the back line, Dez finds a kill, takes out Maracucho. They split the fight apart. It was only a diversion. It was the delusion. Smoke and mirrors, and Origin fall for it.
Oh man, but Rage Origins, if they just had a little more damage, if they just had a little more possibility, and this is where we're starting to see maybe the problem with the Novaria, even though the big damage comes from the snipes, you get a 4-man knockup? A 4-man knockup!
4-man.
And all they could get was Bless in that. If there was just a little more, and yes, Replic's doing a great job, but it's just single target damage. And the same thing with the Novaria. It's really just kind of single target damage. Yes, if they're grouped up and you land the Meteor along with your Astral Echo, there's possibilities. But we're seeing that problem. They can get these big knockups, these big plays, but they can't clean house.
I don't know if I saw that right. Did Dez have 5,000 gold ahead of Maracucho?
I could believe it. No, they only have a 5,000 gold lead. There's no way it's
I know,
all
about to say,
Dez.
because
I mean,
I saw Dez have 5,000 gold lead ahead of Maracucho, and I was like, yo, that's not possible. That's absolutely insane if you ask me. But then again, it's all right. We'll take a look at it later. But now they get the Lord started. Stamina Esports taking charge. Oh, they get the knockup on Astro. Bless is going to be the target, and he gets taken out as well. Replic's going to be the one to get that diamond taken out super low. Blaze Needle comes in as well with the Winter Crown. Instinct goes down. Replic is online, finds a double. Looking at the third, Astro gets taken down. Meanwhile, Dez in the mid lane looking to get and clean house. They want to get the mid lane inhibitor. Yomel is being stopping everyone from going away. The Liqueto buying time. Maracucho is going in on top of Yomel, looking to get that kill. Gets a stun. Finally finds a Diamond, able to get that one as well. They get a trade 1-for-1. Replic and Diamond. Replic flickers forward. He's looking to take Diamond down, but look at the base. They find the opportunity, but Dez wants to finish the game. Only Nox is there trying to defend. They have a whole big wave coming in. I don't think Nox has the wave clear. He tries to flicker forward. He goes for the fracture as well. But the base is going to be the target. I don't think it's going to be a super nice idea. Dez sells boots to get the immortality. Oh my god.
But that's worth it for Dez. That's a win. That's a dub. 2 inhibitors. And Rage Origins didn't even get Lord. And he bought so much time that everyone's back on the field. And yes, that's a 6,000 goal lead for Dez right now. What is going on? The pickoff at the Lord Pit. Astral Echo does come out. Stamina Esports will have to back off, but still, it's still in the hands of Stamina Esports at this time. You just lost 4 members and somehow you won. Oh my lord!
Replic flickered back, but here comes Bless with the Raging Sandstorm. Wind of Nature coming out at the same time, but he gets shut down, and Dez finds the big one. Yomel gets taken down by Nox. Astro has to get out of harm's way. They trade 1-for-1, but you know Stamina Esports got the one big jackpot.
I have no clue what's going on right now. Stamina Esports
Astro
somehow keeps on. Oh!
By the 2-man knockup, Bless is going to be the target. Immortality purchased by Diamond. Maracucho, Tortoise's Poisson makes it out. So Stamina Esports with the Lord marching down the mid lane. No Yomel. So maybe it's still a blessing in disguise for Origins.
Maybe. Possibly. There's a Lord coming. Stamina Esports are taking it slow. Nobody's at the Lord. They should be able to rush this. I still think Stamina Esports, at this point, I feel like they could try to get aggressive here and push.
How, though? How? Echo coming out, getting 3 members, 16,000 HP on the Lord, so below half HP. Replic taking a little too much damage. Oh, Diamond gets out with the BMI. Astro just needs to zone. They're able to clear the Lord. 5-man could go in. Yeah, I think Nox is doing a phenomenal job on this Novaria, right? Just making sure by the time these guys get into the fight, they're already softened up for the big blow.
Yeah, if this game keeps... I mean, that damage is just getting harder and harder and harder. And if one big hit on a Dez, one big hit on a Diamond, from that Meteor, especially paired up after an Astral Echo or something, could be a major problem for Stamina Esports, but they've been doing a good job so far at dodging. They don't all group up. They kind of keep a spread angle, and Diamond now, Immortality, earlier we saw him with the Winter Crown. We're definitely going to see a possible item swap as we move forward into some of these big fights. And knowing Diamond, if everything's in the line, and having the Claude, he might just sell the boots too at some point and get even crazier. A lot of possibilities on the map, and that's who my eyes are really on right now. Diamond and Dez looking for the finish. Can Rage Origins even really come and compete for the Lord?
I think they can, definitely. They have Astro,
right?
They have Replic. Yeah, they have to. I mean, they have the vision control. They definitely have a lot of damage. Oh, wait, they get a Blazing Duet as well. Oh, that's the first target. That's the most important one. Yomel finds 2, and this should be the 3rd. They were able to go in, but the wrong target went ahead. Rage Origins throwing the advantage that they had, and now Stamina Esports, they don't need to wait another 20 seconds. They can just walk into the base crystal, and that's what they're planning to do. A wave coming in the mid lane, a wave crashing on the top side, a bot lane inhibitor is going to be taken down now. The Lika Eto buying time, gets a grab on top of him, canceled out with the Winter Crown, but Yomel's already hacking away at the base crystal. Noxus can barely stand, and Stamina Esports clutching it out 2-0. Layla, what did you think about that one?
Wow. Haha. What did I say? Who's gonna be sweeping? Yay! That's all I can say. I'm very, very happy.
I like it. I like it. You know, Stamina Esports, they had a rough start, and as I was saying throughout those games, it feels like they've gotten stronger and stronger and stronger. Influence Rage did not bring their A game, and overall, Stamina capitalized on that. They continuously, there was still some small mistakes from Stamina. I think there's still a lot in terms of progress for them, but they definitely made less than Influence. They definitely were on point in so many plays of that game. The one Lord Steal with Dez hanging out in that bottom bush, just back to back, they were able to kind of make things happen.
Yeah, I agree, and I think the only ones that we could really point out as a mistake from Stamina Esports was Bless, right? There weren't really other crucial mistakes from the Stamina Esports, so I think if Bless is able to lock in a little bit more, I think we can say Stamina Esports, a good victory. Still, with a 2-0, I think they've impressed. We want to see a little bit more next week as well.
Yeah, with that game, like what could you know, what could have they done differently to even turn that around? Like Dez was so far with all that gold, he had no death, did he? 0 death.
I think he did go deathless there, and I think Influence Rage, the real goal of that game was to, you know, don't lose the early game. That's what they could have done differently. Don't lose so bad in the early game. Don't let what happened in game number 1 happen in game number 2. But Stamina Esports was able to do that.
Yeah. So let's look at all the stats. So Dez with no death. Amazing. Like you said, Bless, I think we've been hyping him a lot. It's okay though, you know, if he dies, but you know, they still capitalize from his death. It's fine. You can die as many times as you want. It doesn't matter, right?
True. And I think the big one to point out, like you mentioned, Dez going deathless, right? Not just the fact that he went deathless, not just the fact that he got the early snowball that they were looking for. Oh my God, Trex, it was a 5K goal lead, my guy. Look at his goal, 17.5K, and Maracucho's like barely
touched there. It was almost 6K towards the end there.
It's 8,000. Oh my God. You know, if it was one more 1,000, we could say that line. His power levels are over 9,000, but at this point, he just 609. Yeah, and not just that. I was trying to say that in these fights, he was more of a diversion. In that Lord pit near that river, that long bush on the left side, they got a 4-man knockup where Dez was in it, but somehow after 30 seconds, Dez was behind Maracucho, able to get a kill. So always looking for the next best trade, looking for the next best position that he can be in. Yeah, so clearly Stamina Esports have found a way to practice a lot more of these compositions with these global bans, and they're able to make it happen for themselves. Rage Origins, I think, just succumbing to the early aggression and losing and lack of confidence in this game compared to game number 1 or what we've seen from them in the previous series, Trex?
I agree. I think, yeah, I mean, was it like a full-on lack of confidence? Was game 1, did it hit too hard? Those are a lot of questions on my on my mind. But yeah, Maracucho just didn't, in the nicest way possible, and just the reality, he didn't show up today, right? Because we've seen him play so much better than he played today. And I don't know if that's a him issue or if it's a stamina just got better issue. That's going to be something that time will tell as Ray Jorgens goes on to their next opponents, because that's when it's really going to be crunch time for them. And Maracucho's going to have to stand strong. He's going to have to be able to hold up against these other junglers. He got to pick like Basha. In game 1, they got their prio Harith. You know, they seem to be getting what they want in terms of draft. It's just execution that they're not able to pull through with.
Yeah, and the Novaria, you know, she had a lot of team participation, but it's just not really making that much of a difference. And the MVP goes to Dez, our boy. Let's go. What do you think, Chronos?
Clearly, Layla is a fan of Dez, right?
Yeah, we figured it all out.
We figured it out finally.
Nice caster alert.
It took a lot, right? It took a lot of opening up the safes to find out she's a big Dez fan, of course. But 609 KDA, absolute monster on this Nolan. Understanding what a Nolan rotation is, especially in that early game, able to be the distraction when the team is able to dish out the damage. Knowing when to go in, knowing whom to target, knowing when to get out, even allowing Yomel to get a maniac in those fights where he was the one to kind of start the things and starting to get the ball rolling in a certain way. The only complaint I probably have is with the early aggression on the board, they need to find a way to close games